My god, the radio frequency. What the fuck? Hey guys, welcome back. I'm T and I react to things on this channel. And now, right now, we're gonna watch the season finale of season 1 of Pluribus. I took a little break after the last episode. I don't know if I have any new thoughts, or I have so many thoughts and so many scenarios in my head, options for like how this could possibly end. Like what would happen in this episode? Because like already many times in this episode I have said it and we all know it, that like even if I come up with some kind of similar to Severance, I think, even if like I try to think of like what would happen next. What is the possible, like, how do I picture that next episode will be? Like, what is going to happen with this storyline next? It's never going to be what I actually think. I think with this show, I have hit the mark, or gotten the right answer, the right theory more often. But there is always something, like some kind of twist to it, that then you're like, well, I thought that this would happen. Oh, but I did not think that this would happen. And I feel like with this show, it's harder than in most shows, for me at least, to come up with things. Because the entire story is so crazy and so big. Like, it's just interesting for me to watch. It would be hard for me to like contribute anything to this show, to be like, what if this happened? I feel like there's still a lot of it that I don't necessarily understand. I feel like even though there are things that I feel like I'm getting what they're trying to say, but I feel like there's still a lot that I am not getting. This show, and then watching people talk about the show and seeing the comments and things like this, is making me smarter. That's what I feel like. I really, really love it. I can't believe this is the last episode. That's so sad, because I've loved watching this with you guys, and it's been so nice to hear everyone's thoughts and theories and stuff, and I can't wait to have a live after this video to talk to you guys more about whatever happens in the end. What do we think and what are our theories, and you know, talk about Pluribus and other things too. But yes, so Manusas is here. Like I said, I think I said in the last video that I think that instead of the season ending with, because for a little while I was scared that maybe we will just end the season with hello, my name is Manusas Oviedo, and then we end there somehow. But now, based on what we have seen, we see Shosa go all, you're gonna have a visitor. And then him driving like 39 kilometers to the States or something. I don't know how long it still takes to Albuquerque from there, but it's not gonna take a long time, I'm guessing. So what, like, yeah, so I guess that this episode will kind of start with him coming over, and then we are already gonna see the dynamic with him and Carol. I cannot wait. I'm nervous and excited. We've been building up to this so nicely, and I really want to see the two actors together. I think this is finally gonna make it super clear where is Carol mentally. When she talks to Shosa, for example, that's when we hear her actually say things that she thinks out loud. For example, in the last episode before the kiss, she says that, I'm not gonna give up. You need to tell me that tell me that you know that I'm not gonna give up. And that even though we see her being like, come back and this stuff, that she's still not all gone, you know? She's not like, come back so we can play house for the rest of our lives. She's realistic about it. But then when we hear her say things out loud, then we know what she's actually thinking. Even though I like the show, or I like the fact that in this show they don't say things out loud all the time. They don't over-explain and make it very clear that this means this, and this means that Carol is feeling like this, and in this moment Carol is remembering this, and you know, there's a lot of stuff unsaid, which is very cool, but we can't be sure what was that look, what did that mean? what randomly just comes to my mind is like with the train, when they see the train and it does the woo woo, you know. We can see the happiness on Carol's face, that she's like, oh my god, you know, but we can't know everything that's going on in her head in that moment. We can then see, of course, again, the switch very clearly when she's like, why do you still need trains? And she's like, well, for food transportation or whatever she says. And she's like, dum dum da. We can see that switch very clearly, but we like, it's like in real life, you never know what's actually going on in someone's head unless you ask them. And now I'm guessing that we hear her talk to Manusos, we're gonna hear her point of view more spoken out, which is very cool. I guess Shoza is not gonna be there. I think that would be weird if she was there. Manusa is not gonna talk to Carol if like Shoza is there. I'm nervous. How is he gonna react when he realizes that they're living this such like domestic life in her house, and or maybe she's not gonna tell him. I'm just very excited to watch it. So I think I spoke so much in the last episode, which I know that people should be fine with if they are watching my videos. But I feel like now I just want to watch it, please. So let's just watch it. Like, what is even the name of the episode? Pluribus, Season 1, Episode 9, La Chica o el Mundo. I love that it's in Spanish. Come on, Manusas. Here we go. Let's watch it. The freaking season finale. Let's go, guys. Oh. I love the music in this show. 71 days. Were we in 60 days before, or where were we before? Why do I have such a bad memory? I just watched it. Oh my god. I have forgotten. I'm sorry, I'm gonna pause already. I did not even think about that. Of course, if it's a season finale, then we'll probably see the others. We have only seen Lakshmi after the episode 2 where they all meet. And yeah, she was the one who wanted to turn into the others, right? Like she didn't have any hesitations, it felt like. So we're gonna see her turn now, right? Join the joining with her auntie and her cousin. Yeah, it's coming. The freaking virus. Look at this. It looks so cool. I'm shocked. So we're in Peru? Was she from Peru? Because we've talked about it so much now that if we get the stem cells, we're able to do it. And of course, most people, I would still assume most of the 13 would still say no to that. But she, of course, would say yes. So it makes sense that we see her do it so we can actually see it be done. We can see what the process is like. Or I don't know how much of the process we're gonna see now. It makes sense that we see it happen in this like peaceful way, and you know, that she has wanted it this whole time, that she wants to just be part of it. And here they are like delivering the good news. It's insane. Look at this. Is this filmed in Spain as well? Or Canary Islands? Where were they filming? The Gap and stuff? I love this low camera in the grass. Singing. So she's just been living in here in this village now this whole time. All of this, just the fact that they are still there in that village. They all seem like they live in their own homes that they live in, these huts. And they are like singing and talking to each other about the weather. All of this seems just like a play, which is what Carol felt like in the diner last episode, where she's like, you rebuilt this diner and now you're all just here. And I was even thinking about it now because like when she was there, people were talking in the background. It sounded like a diner. The cars were good. There was even a siren, I think, at some point. going like outside of it. I think to make it look normal, to make her feel like she's back in her happy place. And then as soon as she like storms out, the cars stopped, everyone stopped talking. Then they go back to normal, which is their normal, which is do nothing, say nothing, just work in perfect unison and whatever. And that was very disturbing for Carol, of course. For Kusimayu, I'm guessing it's not disturbing. It's very comforting, and she just wants to be a part of it. So then they keep doing it. They, like, for 70 days now, they've been just playing house with her in her village. Like, the people probably who lived in the village are still there with her. Even though they are joined, they are talking to each other, doing all the normal things that they used to do. And now the virus is coming for her, so how is that gonna be different then? Because then she's gonna be part of that. They're probably all gonna leave this village because it doesn't make any sense for them to stay here. That's so cool. This is crazy. Look at this. But like this, that them singing, they don't have to be singing if, like, without her. This is all just like a show for her. Oh, that's true. That we know that. Oh, so it is just the air. Okay. Yeah, because it was airborne, the virus. I'm shocked that we went here in the beginning. But I love it. She's gonna go into the shaky. Yeah. See, then they stop singing. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's it. And then everyone just, yeah, that's so creepy. The silence after, when now they don't need to pretend for anyone anymore. Now they're just happy that she's part of them and they can all move on. Oh, or they're actually moving on. They're actually leaving. Yeah, because I'm like, it doesn't seem very, like, smart. Last episode we saw the others sleep in the freaking ice rink. So this doesn't seem like... Oh, little goat. Like, what's gonna happen to these animals now? Yeah, they literally all just leave then. And she's now part of the... She's part of the... Part of the ha. That's a great way to start this finale. I did not expect that at all. I don't know why I didn't even think about it, but that's perfect. So now there's 12 of them left. Right? Because there was 13, including Carol.
This is the guy I yelled at when we were on the plane?
Yeah, it's funny because for us, it's like, oh my gosh, she's gonna meet Medusas. Oh, her and Medusas, da 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 da. But of course for her, it's not like, she's not waiting for Medusas. She has no idea that he is interested in coming to hang out, you know? But for us, we've been waiting this for so long now.
And he's in an ambulance?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Don't worry, he's gonna pay for
story.
it.
What does he want?
He won't talk to us. So
For once, we know nothing.
he did receive your first video.
Yeah?
I'm thinking I probably shouldn't be here when he arrives. It would upset him.
It's true.
You don't have to be here either, Carol.
No, she has to be here. Come on. She has to be so curious.
All the way from Paraguay?
Exactly.
Well, hell, I owe it to
You
him.
do owe it to him. You made him do this journey.
I mean, it's not like he's dangerous, is he? Is he dangerous?
We don't think he'd ever hurt you.
But you, he probably could. Yeah, it's true. We don't know what he will be like when he sees Carol. We've only seen him alone or with a scalpel to one of their throat. Look at this. I can't believe he's here. Oh, 60 days. But we were at 71 already. Okay. So that was the future. Almost 2 weeks after that. Or, yes, this is almost 2 weeks. You can do it. This one sentence. I'm just worried what will happen after that one sentence.
My name is Manuso Oviedo. I am not one of them. I wish to save the world.
Hola. Me llamo Carol Sturka. Bienvenidos to mi casa. Pero no machete.
Yeah, true.
Yo no peligroso.
I know dangerous. Yeah, you have a huge knife on you.
Okay. Aquí?
Aquí.
We talking here.
Let's hablamos en mi casa.
We talk in the ambulance.
No. We talk in the casa.
I love the Spanglish. We talk in the casa. I have a vibe that this is not gonna go well.
Are you crazy? They are listening. They will find out about our plan.
I'm not an idiot. It's
No soy un
in
idiota.
airplane mode. Airplane mode? No signal. Give it to me. Give it. No, give it. Give.
Are you kidding me?
No.
No.
God damn it.
Nice shot though.
Are you kidding me? You know what? You can get back in your ambulancia and fuck right off. I'm finito.
I don't know how I expected this to go, but this is not it. These two most stubborn people we know. Well, this is going just great. Oh, this shot was somewhere too, like a sneak peek. But I love it.
9,000 kilometers for this ship.
¡Cállese la jeta!
Shut your trap.
I know, Manusas. I'm sorry. I understand. You went through a lot to get here. And right now it seems like not really worth it so much. Oh, with the magnet. That's fantastic. Smart man he is.
Okay, you win. Telephone yes. Ambulance no. But I need an umbrella.
An umbrella. Oh, it's beautiful. Pink is your color, Manusas.
Venga. Come, here.
Y porque. Big time porque.
Big time porque.
Esos raros tienen ojos allá arriba.
These weirdos have eyes up above.
Pueden leer labios desde el espacio.
They can read lips from space.
Oh, so that's why he wanted an umbrella. Look at this.
You think they planted a bug in my house?
¿Piensas que plantaron un bicho en mi casa?
¿Un insecto? ¿Cómo si un insecto?
With an
No,
insect.
not an insect, a bug.
Yeah, true.
No.
A bug.
You're against them, no? I watched your video.
It makes sense what he's thinking.
Why would they help two humans come together to destroy them?
Destroy. I never said destroy.
Destruir. Nunca les dije destruir. They have stolen everyone's soul.
Y si nosotros no podemos arreglarlos, están mejor muertos.
If we can't fix them, they are better off dead.
They're still
Whoa.
human beings.
They are not human.
Because Carol just had the conversation with Shosa where she's telling about mango ice cream and her memories from Poland as a kid and this stuff. Like, I think she has a lot different image of them all now after 60 days. And I think she understands more, or at least she thinks she understands more than she did in the beginning. Because we don't know. We don't actually know what is going on. We don't know if their souls are still there, if those people are still in there. Shosa says that it's possible to reverse it somehow, but what happens when you reverse it? Do they become actually the people that they were before? Or just get rid of the hive mind and then they are some new or like, you know, like we don't know how any of this actually works. We can have ideas and theories and thoughts and conversations about it, but we don't know for sure. He thinks that they are all evil, which is interesting because I understand if, like, you know, if they have taken everyone's souls and they have taken over the world, I understand that that seems like an evil plan, you know? But I would definitely not, based on what we've seen through Carol and with Carol, I would not call them evil. They are so kind. But then, is all of that an act? Are they actually just putting on an act for Carol and for us through Carol, that we wouldn't be so suspicious of them or something? Because he says that they are gonna destroy them, meaning what? Kill everyone? Carol does say in the first video, right, that she has figured out that there's a way to reverse this. So maybe that's what he means too, that like we should reverse this. But then when he says the word destroy, that doesn't sound like let's turn these people back to the way they used to be. That sounds like destroy, so like kill them or whatever. But I would be very interested to know what is his end goal. If he's here to destroy them, what does he picture that the world will look like when they're done? Does he want a world where there's just 12 people left? Or what is has he thought it that far?
They are not evil.
Yeah.
Ellos no son malvados.
They wouldn't even kill an ant.
And isn't it evil to value a man the same as an ant?
Have you even tried talking to them?
This is very, like also the religious themes that are in this, especially now with Manusus, because he's a very religious man, that he's like, would you really is it not evil to value a man the same as an ant? Because I think in many religions that's very, he was Catholic, right? He had the thing in the car, the little picture of Nossa Senora, I guess. Yeah, in Christianity at least, it's very against, or like, you know, animals are animals. You can never value them in the same way. Like I remember it was always like growing up, watching movies where an animal died. It was like, well, with, you know, that it's like, this is nothing, or especially if there's a situation where you have to choose between the animal, the pet or something, and a person, or, you know, a thing like this, it was always very obvious that this is not even a question. Animals are just animals, but humans are created in God's image and all of this.
Have you even tried talking to them? You could learn a thing or two. They can't lie. Did you know that?
¿Has intentado hablar con ellos?
Yeah, Carol. You have learned a lot since episode 2. That's funny that she's now been that one.
You said the weirdos abandoned you.
Why they come back?
¿Por qué regresaron?
No say.
I don't know.
Oh, Carol. Yeah, he's already onto it that she is getting too soft on them. She asked them to come back.
No microfono. Happy?
No microphoto. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna laugh at everything she says. Doing the English, Spanish. Yeah, she's not gonna think that well.
I don't speak snap.
Huh?
Yeah, no. That's fair. I think my reaction would be the same. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Su
You're
teléfono.
snapping at me like to a dog.
They didn't even want to talk.
Not to me.
Conmigo no.
But I bet they'd love your sparkling personality.
Pero apuesto que les encanta su brillante personalidad.
They would love him. He would be even worse with them.
You cockblock someone from their booze? It's un grande mistake.
No sé cómo
You're not
se
even
comportan
listening.
los huéspedes en Paraguay, pero aquí en Albuquerque sí lo que es
Huh.
big unknown word or name.
What the hell is that?
¿Qué demonios es eso?
Un sensor, quizás.
A sensor, maybe.
Oh, Shosa. Or not Shosa, them. Yeah, because that's what I keep thinking. Would Shosa actually have come into the house, distracted her, had sex with her, whatever, and then bug her house? Somehow I don't see that happening.
Did you put it there?
Right. It wasn't us, Carol. Do you remember May of 2011? You were freezing your eggs.
Yeah, so?
The device is a movement sensor. It detects when the cabinet is opened, then records it. Again, we didn't put it there.
Oh my god, Helen.
Helen.
Sorry, Carol.
No.
The drinking problem has been there for a long time. She said 2011. And we mentioned the eggs again. Just saying.
It wasn't them.
It's my wife.
She didn't like my glug 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 glug.
Now I really need a drink.
Who you talk to on the telephone?
Them. I'm tired. We save the world mañana.
I'm sorry. It's like this kind of Spanish I understand even. Get out. Sleep on the couch. What? Get out? You sleep in your ambulancia. Oh, or in one of the other houses. The neighbors are not coming back anytime soon.
Who is this house?
Look, I'll square it up with them if they ever come back. Jesus, that'd be a great problem to have. Oh, so that big yellow thing parked outside is your ambulancia? Go sleep in that for all I care.
He's a good person, but in an annoying way, I think. Almost, in the show. It's too far. When the world is at this point, who cares if you sleep in this house or not? There's going to be much bigger problems if all of them all of a sudden are able to become back like themselves.
¿Hablo con el mismo raro que estaba hablando con Carol Sturka?
No, ese era otro individuo.
¿Cuál es el nombre de ese individuo?
Sosha.
Is this the first time he's really
Quiero hablar
talking
con
to
Sosha.
them? Like asking them for something. And he's gonna talk with Shosa. Holy shit.
The fuck?
She's gonna go over and be like, she's mine. Oh. And because shows that they can't say no. If Manusas calls and goes like, send her here, she's gonna have to.
Hi, Carol.
Zosha? What did you tell him?
Todo.
No, she can't lie.
¿Cómo se dice?
Everything.
Everything.
I know what Toto means. Come on, we're going.
Buenas noches, Mundo.
Zosha, now.
Well, now she's the one who is like this. Come with me, woman. And he knows now.
Mándenme otro.
Send me another. It's crazy. This is so complicated and so interesting.
Toto. Toto? Toto?
He asked us specific questions, detailed questions. He was very thorough and insistent. And
The other car is there already.
it's our nature. We had to answer him.
It's not your fault,
You had to.
Shosa.
Right. I know.
It's just not in us to lie to
Yeah,
you.
but to me, not to him.
I know this is hard to understand, but we love him
Yeah.
the same as we love you.
Yeah.
No. You can't love him the same. It's not the same. It's different.
Well, it's exactly the same, Carol.
He is a stranger. You barely know him. You told me so yourself. And we're... You're my... You are my...
She's not your anything. Oh, this is terrible.
You're my chaperone. Mine.
Yes.
Did you see that machete? You should hear the things he says about you. Weirdos. Evil soul. What are you doing?
Sorry, Carol. Something's about to happen.
What?
Please, don't be alarmed.
Zosha? Zosha.
Manus is yelling at them.
Zosha.
Oh my god. He also doesn't know he's killing people when
What's
he's
happening?
doing
I
this.
didn't even... I wasn't...
Yeah.
Shit.
The fact that Carol is so, you know, if like that you can't, that you can't love him the same as you love me because it's different. Because he's a stranger, you said so yourself, but so are you. You had never seen this woman before. She flew over from freaking Morocco. And they also have all the memories of Manus's family, friends, people from his life. They know him just as well as they know you. The fact that you've had a relationship with Sosha, which is not only like that you spend time together, it's also sex and all other kinds of things that makes you feel good, doesn't mean that she is in any way more in love with you than she is with Manusas or Kusimayu until now that she's gone, or any of the other survivors. She feels the same about Lakshmi than she does about you. That's crazy. But then of course that's very hard for Carol to understand. It's hard for me to understand. How does that even work, you know? How does all of that happen in one brain? Well, it's not one brain, it's all the brains. I don't know. Anyways, but so sad that she's like, no, you're my chaperone. And she's like, yes, I am. Well, I mean, technically she is, because she requests her all the time and they can't say no, whatever. But then when Manusas calls and is like, send her here, they're gonna be, their reaction is probably gonna be the same as Carol saying, shows to come back, for Manusas to call and be like, send me the one that she was talking to on the phone. I'm sure to the Hive, it doesn't matter where they send her, you know? That is crazy. And what is he doing now? So he called someone else, send me another one, and now he's what, yelling at them? With a red car this time.
Jesus! Get the hell away from him! Hey!
Oh my god, the radio frequency. What the fuck?
You're a psycho, you know that?
It has
You have any
something to
idea
do
how many
with the
people you
freaking
probably just
radio.
killed? Hey. You're okay. You're okay.
So when he came back from the shaking,
What the fuck?
when he's shaking, there is like nothing in the radio, and then when he comes back to normal, then it goes back to whatever, and now he's yelling at him again, and it goes back to the like nothing on the radio. It has something to do with the fucking radio. Oh, this is actually insane.
Rick, I know you are there. I help you. I am Listen, Rick. I am here.
Did he just figure this thing out? Is he actually talking to you?
You come back. Yes? You can do it. You can come back. I am here. Listen to me, Rick. Rick, you can.
Did you just shoot a hole in his wall?
Back away. Now.
See, now you don't understand. Now I want to see what happened there. He literally is, at least he thinks he's doing it. I would like to believe that that's actually what he's doing. That when because it has to have, did I explain at the beginning of this video or the end of last video that the fact that they talk about the radio, because they talked about radio last episode when Shosa was trying to explain how they communicate with each other, that it's kind of like radio waves, but not really. He has figured that out already. That is crazy. I don't know what what is actually happening when they are shaking. Where are they? What is that person? Like, are they actually hearing is the Rick, not the hive mind, but Rick actually hearing that? Is Shosa hearing what Carol is saying where she's like, oh my god, what's happening? Are you okay? And da-da-da. Is that like the real Shosa hearing that when they are in the shaky mode? Well, something happened with that radio. Like, he was testing it and it happened exactly like with the time when he came back to normal, the started again. And then when he yelled at him again, it went back to the nothing. But like, there's clearly something with that. But Carol wasn't patient enough to actually hear what Manusas is saying. I mean, of course, she's just worried about Shosa. And she's just like, you crazy man, you're yelling at them, which is what I was doing in the beginning, but now you're doing it and you're hurting my chaperone. I really wish that Carol would just listen to what he's saying, because I'm very interested now. What is that? What does that mean? And how is that gonna be in the future? Like, where's that gonna evolve? That storyline and that theory and that like Manusas theory. Holy crap. How many people died? It happened twice in a row.
Well, I'll be fine.
Oh,
Thanks.
I love that she's trying. But this is weird.
Would you like to know who that is?
I know who that is.
Do I know who that is?
It wasn't me this time. Screw you too, Lakshmi.
Lakshmi. It wasn't me this time. Yeah, you should hear this story. So Manusas drove over from...
Carol, I'm so sorry. You know what we have to do.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? They need to leave again. Because he's dangerous. Sorry, Rick and I have to go. To our house, or our home together in the ice rink.
For what it's worth, you should know he did warn us first. Before he... did what he did.
Okay, so maybe it didn't kill that many people. Then if he warned them, like, I'm gonna do this now, she can't really do anything about it, I guess. And I don't know if she would stop him in that kind of situation when Manusa is like, okay, I'm gonna scream at your face and then test this little theory that I have. Is that okay? Can she say no? Because that would be something that would put them, all of them, in danger. Like, all the bodies with hive mind, not just Shosa's body. Is that still something that they need to be like, kind of with like, can I get an A-bomb? And they're like, sure, we have to give it to you. But the fact that he warns her means that he warns the whole world. So I'm sure a lot less people died, because they can be like, okay, you know, if I'm climbing somewhere high or whatever, I'm just gonna get down. So when the shaking starts, I'm more safe. But of course, not everyone is in a situation where they can do that. So, but now they're all gonna go again. Well, Carol's probably gonna go with her, honestly, at this point.
Please tell him we're sorry it came to this.
Because we love him equally. There's no way that she's just alone again, and now with Menusa's living next door.
So what?
¿Y qué?
Valió la pena completamente. Ahora entiendo mucho más.
It was
Yeah.
worth it, completely. Now I know much more.
Yeah, I mean, yes. But Carol is so wrapped up in the love bubble
You
now.
were right. I think there's a way to put things back in their place. Now the work begins.
Yeah.
Karol Surka.
Unknown word or name.
There's water and power.
Ayawa y luz.
Yeah, she's going. She's just gonna go with them. Or with shows at least. Because there was also a photo of her. Yeah, I keep forgetting. There was a photo of her and Shosa in like jumpers somewhere in the snow. So maybe they're going on a trip to Finland now. Or maybe it's Norway again.
Karol Surka, ¿quiere salvar el mundo o quiere salvar a su chica?
Unknown word or name. Do you want to save the world or get the girl?
She's getting the girl. But we have some time still in this episode. Maybe she's gonna go on a trip to the Alps and then she's gonna come back. All the cars leaving with the red lights. That's so. Oh. Well, this is not Winter Wonderland. That's such a cool shot. Literally, they're on a holiday somewhere now. This looks crazy. Are they back in Spain? Yeah. Oh my god, she actually went. She's actually taking time to look at her. Look at her here. She's not looking at the book. She's like, I'm here with her. This is so complicated and weird, but at the same time, I do love it. Look at this. Holy shit. Those shadows of the trees. And now somewhere in Asia. In a bubble bath. That's crazy. Maybe in her head she's like, I need to enjoy every last bit of Shosa now first. Look at this transition from the cup to then this thing. Exactly. Oh, that's... Now we're in winter. Skiing. Maybe this is her being like, I'm gonna enjoy every last bit of her for as long as I want. Menusa is gonna be fine in my neighbor's house. I'm gonna enjoy it and then I'm gonna go and join him and fight against this. Because like she said, she understands, she's not stupid. In the last episode, she was like, I know this is what you're trying to do, you're trying to distract me, but I hope you know I'm not gonna stop. And they're like, we know you're not gonna stop. They had this conversation last episode. I'm sure she knows what they are doing to her, even when they kiss her. She has sex with Shosa or them or whatever. She's not like, oh, now we can be happy together. She's not like, now we go on a holiday and this is how we're gonna live the rest of our lives, traveling the world and seeing all the beautiful places, just enjoying each other's company. That's not, like, I'm sure that's not what she's thinking. I'm not sure what she is thinking, but I'm sure it can't be that she's just like, now I'm gonna be with Shosa for the rest of my life. I'm sure Shosa and the hive mind are like happy again to be distracting her, that she wanted to go travel with them and stuff, that she's like, oh, this is great, because now again it's gonna go further and further. Like Menusa's came over, which was dangerous for them, but then Carol left, which is then great for them because they are not together, Menusa's and Carol. And I think Carol is just like, maybe she is just desperate enough for company and to not be alone, that she's kind of using them as a I'll keep hanging out with Shosa because she makes me feel like I'm not alone. She makes me feel good. She makes me feel loved because she clearly does feel loved by her because she acts so kindly and nicely and considerate and everything towards her, helping her with anything, giving her whatever she wants, and you know? So of course she feels loved by this woman who is then also chosen from all the people in the world to be the one who Carol would most like physically, because mentally they're all the same. Or like pretty much the same. I think they are happy to distract her and she's happy to be distracted at the moment. Maybe that's what I think is happening right now. And then the whole lift stops because there's no one else there too. That's funny. Look at the snow. We had a Christmas with no snow, which is so sad. I wish there was like actual winter here. Look at this place. What the hell is this? This is massive. I want to go skiing somewhere with Carol and shoes. Look at this view. This view.
You seem pretty quiet.
No, I was just thinking.
What you thinking?
Nothing.
Good conversation.
You, the first you, the unjoined Zosha.
I
You,
understand.
if she,
Liked women?
did she have someone
Oh, well, there we
in her
go.
past?
She did. It was a long time ago.
And what happened to them?
Not
Are they in there?
using she or he.
Like with you right now?
No.
Oh,
Are they dead? Why? What? Okay.
Does what?
like makes you happy. Like in our bodies, what chemicals?
Has serotonin, dopamine, vasopressin, oxytocin, of course.
Of course.
Fun fact.
Now we're going with the fun facts. Is she saying the fun facts again because Carol was actually asking her, what does that in human body, like what actually makes you happy? That she asked such a specific, like, only shows that would know, or not only shows that would know this, but like, you know, like this kind of question. And then she comes up with the fun facts again because she could see, I think, very clearly before from Carol when they were on their first, like when she first came for drinks and stuff, and she kept going with the fun facts that Carol is like, this is terrible, you know, like so weird and disturbing.
I must have every happy chemical flowing in my bloodstream. I keep thinking it's gonna go away, but then it doesn't, and I don't want it to.
Oh, she's so happy. Oh, this is
And it
terrible.
only gets better.
Better?
When you join us. Are you kidding?
You're
Yeah.
not talking about the joining, are you? That's not even you told me that you needed my stem cells.
This is the thing. This is the thing that's gonna make her want to leave this perfect holiday.
But if I don't expressly give you my consent to jam a giant needle in my ass, then you can't take them, and I stay me, right?
That would be correct.
Would be.
Oh my god.
There's no other way to get my stem
Oh
cells, is there?
my god. Oh my god. We're going for the eggs. Everyone who was talking about the eggs before.
If there wasn't, you'd say so.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
My eggs. The ones I froze with Helen. You have them, don't you?
We do.
And you can make those into stem cells, can't you?
It takes time and patience, plus a bit of luck.
But you're working on it.
Yeah.
We are.
Oh
You
my
have to
god.
understand how beautiful it is, Carol. You'll see why. We have to share it. As happy as you've been, that's only the tip of the iceberg. In fact, Kusumayu, You remember the young Peruvian girl? She just joined us. And I
Okay.
promise you, she's happier than she's
So we've been gone for
ever
like
been.
almost 2 weeks.
How long do I have?
A month. Hopefully, no more than 2 or 3.
Hopefully. Oh my god, show you. Yeah, this is the end of the honeymoon.
If you loved me, you wouldn't do this.
Carol, please understand. We have to do this because we love you. Because I love you.
No. It's not working anymore. The fact that she's like, if you loved me, you wouldn't do this. That she actually, on some level, thinks that Shozo loves her. That's so sad. It's terrible. And then she's all like, if you want to talk to Kusimayu, I'm sure she would be happy to tell you how she's now happier than she's ever been. I don't think that's gonna... I think she should know, Shosa and they should know that that's not gonna convince Carol anymore. How she changed from like, it's like night and day, her now.
Carol.
Her that she was in the beginning of this scene. When she says that I must have all the happiness in my body right now that I could. 74 days. So he's been studying. Sending waves. We call these points current antidotes or loops. We also find that at the point of the current, no, okay. Or loops. And then with the dictionary. Helicopter? Is Carol back on a helicopter? Oh my god. This is again one more reason why they've built this whole set, this whole cul-de-sac. All these houses, this whole neighborhood for filming. Imagine, like, okay, now for like how many days we're gonna film a helicopter landing here in the middle. Oh, today we're gonna have a fireworks explode in one of the houses. Now she has to say goodbye. Or not to say, I'm sure she has already said goodbye. This is it. And what is this package? Look at this. Looks so freaking awesome. Now she's alone again. What is in this?
You win. We saved the world.
Let's go.
What is this?
Atom bomb.
Are you kidding me? Is this the end? Yes, it is. Oh my god. That's in some way. That's the perfect. That's it. That's like an atom bomb, but why? Because atom bomb feels like such a big thing in the show, or such a big theme. She has talked about it before in a scene that we will all remember probably for the rest of our lives, when she's like, if I ask for this, would you bring me this? If I ask for tank, would you bring me that? And they're like, yes, kind of, yes, we have to. And then what about an atom bomb? You know, like, it was such an epic conversation that that they had in that third episode. It makes sense that it would make a comeback. But why would she need an atom bomb for? is that to scare the others that I have one in case you come close to us or something, you know? Like, I'm gonna go back now, work with Manusos, because you are still, even though I love you, Shoza, you're still working towards the goal of making me one of you, which is something I don't want to have. And I thought I don't need to worry about it, but now I need to worry about it again. And she probably can't trust them, so I would imagine that maybe she's like, you know, I'm gonna go back home now. Menusa is gonna be there. He's been studying this radio stuff this whole time that I've been gone. And I don't want you anywhere near me, so please give me an A-bomb. So that will be like her defense. Kind of like, you know, I will blow us all up if you come close, or something like that. That now she had enough. This holiday for her was enough of Shosa, at least until they actually figure out how to fix this and how to turn them back. I'm glad it wasn't like too crazy of a cliffhanger. I don't know what the crazy cliffhanger would have been. I think crazy cliffhanger would have been that, for example, if they do that radio thing again, Menusa, they come back with Shosa and Menusa screams at her and goes like, then when she goes into the shaky mode, he's like, Shosa, it's me, come back, da da da, whatever. And then she like wakes up and she's like, who are you guys? Or something, you know, that it would be like, oh my god, she's back, and it's, you know, now we have to wait for a year or however long, like, to see where this goes. I think now this was like perfect amount of cliffhangeriness. That like she left Sosha's, she came back to Menusa's, and she has an A-bomb, but we don't know why. I'm happy now to wait a little bit. I'm not happy to wait for super long, which is what we're gonna have to do, but yeah, I do kind of like this ending. This episode was, what was this episode? Very interesting, I think. I think the fact that we started with Kusimayu changing, and then we go on the journey of Menusa's coming over, and the whole struggle of him and Carol trying to talk to each other, not because of the language, that surprisingly was not the issue, but more that their views are so different now. Views of this whole situation. That then we go into all of that, which we have been building up to this whole season, that she would finally be able to talk to someone who is like her and agrees with her, or is on the same side. It's not just like, no, we don't want to change this, the world is fine the way it is. That we have that, and then we have this, it wasn't really even a montage, or it was kind of montage-y moment of like her and Shosa then in these different locations on holiday and just enjoying each other, and you can see from her that she's enjoying it. Even just that one when they're at the pool in the first shot and she's just looking at Shosa over the book, you know, smiling or looking very content. I think it's very obvious that she was really like taking it all in, chill, happy. I think that felt very like finale kind of vibes that we saw so many different places. And then has the change of heart when talking with Shosa, and Shosa is like, no, actually we still wanna, not only that we still wanna change you, because I think that Carol has known this whole time, but the fact that now they have a way of doing it again without her permission, that then snaps her out of it. And then yeah, she goes back to Menusa's, and I did like it. It was very funny, the stuff with her and Menusa's. I think the whole Spanish-English thing, and then how similar but then at the same time different they are from each other. And then when they try to talk to each other, it's the stuff that Menusa's was saying, I'm like, that's exactly what Carol would have said in the first 2 episodes. But now she is already different, and now she is the one who is saying the stuff that was said to her in the first 2 episodes. When she's like, have you not talked to them? Have you not asked them any questions? You might learn things if you did that, you know? That now she's on the other side, kind of. We know she's not fully on the other side, but still. I'm very interested to find out what Manusas found out, what he has learned over these couple weeks when Carol has been gone. He had all the books and like the dictionary and stuff to translate. I wonder if that house had that, or if he asked from the hive to bring him a Spanish-English dictionary. Or did he bring that from home, maybe? Like, I'm very interested to find out what he figured out. And find out more about the radio thing. Is it actually that they're able to communicate with them? The actual person, not the hive? And how would the actual person, if in the scene, for example, with Rick, if he was actually talking to Rick, where is Rick? If Rick is inside there somewhere and is like, no, yeah, true, thank you, Manusas, for reminding me. I do want to actually come back. How would he do that? Or like, how does that process work? What does it require from Carol and Manusas to do this with people? You know, like, how are they going to be able to make people escape the joining? And how many people are going to leave the joining? They are going to somehow come up with something to make them come back. How many people are then going to be like, no, I didn't want to leave, put me back, because I was so happy? You know, are they actually happy? Or is it just some kind of hive-mindedness that is making them think that they are happy, but then when they get out of it, they're like, thank God, you know? That helicopter scene in the end was cool. I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina actually like flew that a little bit, you know? Hovered and came down. I think it looked not smooth enough for some super professional to have done it, the landing. But it looked smooth enough, you know, that she would have done it. Carolina would have actually done it. I don't know, but that's cool. It looked cool. And two of them in there, and not saying anything, not any words, but kind of just like saying goodbye. Shosa looking so disappointed and sad, kind of. Also, probably because she knows what's in the package that they just dropped. And then probably for Carol to make this decision. But also, if they think they can get the stem cells from the eggs, why would they be sad? Because they know that it's not going to take too long for them to be able to just force Carol to join them. I wonder with the other survivors now, because Manusas for sure does not have eggs frozen anywhere. And I would guess maybe that would be weird if they used that plotline for others from the 13. Well, now 12, I guess. But is there gonna... Yeah, are more of them gonna join than just Kusimayu? Like, voluntarily? And if not, is there a way for them to force some of the others? Or is it just Carol who they can now... Of course, because we see this show through Carol's eyes, she's the main character. So for us, that's the only one that matters, almost, you know? But then if we look at this from point of view of any of the other survivors, if they are in their Zoom calls every week and whatever, and then they hear that, oh, they made Carol join them. Oh, well, how much are they gonna care? You know? I would love to see Manusas talk to them. Not that I don't think that would be very productive maybe, but I think that would be interesting to watch. And I'm sure someone from the group, well, now Kusimayu is gone, but I'm sure some people would speak Spanish. I'm like, who was in that group? Actually, now I don't know if someone would speak Spanish. But like, if they would be able to actually communicate with him, I would like to see that. And I'm sure in the next season we will see something like that. I'm sure we would see the other, because we've seen now just the 6 or whatever, the ones who speak English. I would like to see the others as well. I also, the one of the main things that I think I thought about in the very beginning, and then after that I don't think I've thought about it that much, is that why are these 13 immune? Why did it not affect them? Why was it exactly these people who were not affected by it? That's still not answered in any way, right? I would like to think that could be some very interesting plotline too. And I would still like to see the day one, hour one, from other survivors' perspective as well, like Menusa's. I would like to see that from like Shosa's point of view, you know, that we would see what she was like before, and then all of a sudden this happened and she became the Shosa that we know. I would like to see from all of their point of views, like that moment and how they reacted to it. I would like to see backstory from Menusa's. I would like to see more backstory of Carol. Now I'm just very interested to see, like, when they start working on this thing, are they gonna start making new videos and send them to the others? Be like, hey, so we're, like, making this thing, like, just letting you know that we're gonna try and, we're trying to fix this and we're here working together, so, you know, do you want to join us now? Or, because in these last 70 days, Carol has had quite an arc, and quite a difference in like the way she views this problem and these people. So I also wouldn't be surprised if some of the other 12 have had some kind of change of heart, change of mind themselves, you know? Are all of them still in the same mindset that they were in the second episode when they meet in the Air Force One, and they're like, everything is fine? Is Lakshmi still exactly the same, views everything exactly the same, her son is still her son, and she just like doesn't want to make him cry, you know? Like, are they all still in that state of mind, or are some of them starting to, now as time goes past, like, or time goes by, like, getting more into the Carol kind of mindset, or any other, like, do they have any other change in their opinions about this? And is this it now for the others? Are they actually now giving up? Shosa got a helicopter and they flew the atom bomb and Carol now to her house to be there with Manusas. I'm sure they know what Manusas is trying to do, because I'm sure whatever happened to Rick in that moment. But then if it was the real Rick who was hearing, if he was hearing any of that, you know, Rick, come back, it's okay, I'm here, like what Medusa was saying, to whispering in his ear, would the Rick know that when he wakes up, the Hive Rick, and does the Hive now know what he's doing? Does the Hive understand now what his plan is and going like, shit, you know, he's figuring it out? And is the Hive actually now gonna leave them alone? Whether they were trying to distract Carol, or they actually developed some kind of feelings or some kind of something towards her that is not just the love we felt for everyone. Like, whichever one it was, are they now gonna just forget about it? If it was just to distract her, how are they gonna distract her now that they, like, it's just her with Manusas and an atom bomb? And if it was actually like some kind of feelings towards her, are they just gonna let that go too? For sure we're gonna have all these 3 characters still in the next season. I don't think for a second that we would now have a season 2 without Carolina, for example. That shows is now just not gonna be there, because it's just these 2 now working together. Like, in some way, I feel like I want to know so much, and at the same time, I'm like, don't tell me too much, because I love the show, like the slow pace of the show, and that we are left wondering. And then, like, if I try to explain this show to people who haven't seen it, it sounds like such a different show to what it actually is. Because if you just explain the facts, you're missing all the nuances and all the very philosophical, psychological questions and thoughts that this, like, brings up. Like, what is good, what is bad, what is happiness, what is love, what is, you know, contentment, all of these things, and what is actually good for the world, what is good for Carol, what is bad for, you know. And that is hard to explain if you're not actually watching it. And that is also hard to understand if you're watching it, if you're just watching this as a, you know, alien invasion show where, like, something crazy is gonna happen and you're just waiting for that crazy thing to happen. Because I think this is a lot deeper than that, which I love. It's very, very cool. I love it so much. I love all the actors. I love the writing. I love the visual, like the way it looks. I just really, really, really like it. I'm so happy. This first season was absolutely fantastic. I can't wait for season 2. I can't wait to talk about this with you guys in lives on YouTube, and maybe Patreon. And yeah, I don't know if the next thing I would watch for Pluribus, if that's then like the trailer for season 2, or if there's something else about the show that you guys would think would be fun for me to watch. Like, is there deleted scenes or bloopers or behind the scenes things or something? I don't know. I don't know if that would be fun. I mean, I love watching those things. I think the way they have, I'm trying to think what else. The eggs, for example. I think the way they have brought up the eggs in the show has been so brilliant, because it came out in such a natural way in the episode 3 when she mentions it to Helen that she has frozen her eggs, and now in this episode they mentioned it again when there's the freaking sensor in the liquor cabinet that Helen has put there, and then on the phone it's like, remember on 2011 when you froze your eggs, and then Helen put this there, you know, that it comes up like that ends up being the big twist of like, that's the reason that they are able to joining without wanting to, because they will get the stem cells from those eggs. Like, that's such good storytelling, such good writing, to not make it obvious at all, but that it's there enough that you're like, this is something, this has to mean something. The same thing with the radio. I'm like, they wouldn't spend that much time like filming, like showing him with the radio and stuff if it wasn't actually important. So I feel like now I have to go through this whole first season again, watch it all again, and look at everything that they're looking at and pointing out and all of this to like figure other things out that might be crucial to the story. I can't wait to see how Manousos is he gonna pretend that he doesn't know now that Carol has been like in a relationship with the Hive? Is he gonna keep asking her questions and stuff? Because I want to know how she's gonna answer him and what he's gonna think about it. And in some way I like the fact that he's so like, he doesn't want to talk to them at all, but then at the same time I would love to have like moments with the 3 of them, for example, just hanging out. but at the same time, no. It's just also interesting how Carol seemed so happy with Shoza on this trip. Compare her on this trip with Shoza to the trip she was on with Helen in episode 3 when they're in Norway in the Ice Hotel. Her vibe when she's there with her wife, to now on this holiday, she seemed so much more relaxed and happy. What does that mean? What does that say about Carol? And about her relationship with Helen, or about her relationship with the Hive, with Shoza? I wonder if the stuff about the book, for example, White Caro, and them being so excited about White Caro, her now knowing that Helen didn't even like the books, and those kinds of things, is it like these people actually know everything about me and they still love me and want to be with me? But Helen was the same. I don't know, but that, like, now that I think about the contrast with her in the Ice Hotel and now her in this skiing place, for example, she's like a completely different person until she realizes what Shows is doing, and when she's talking about it's just the tip of the iceberg. The happiness that you will feel when you join us is like completely different and amazing. And I would really want to know, did I say it already, Manousos' backstory. Does he have a family? What has made him be like this? We know a little bit of Carol, what has made her like this kind of person. And Manousos in many ways is quite similar, but what is his background? What is well, clearly his relationship with his mother was not very good, but that's pretty much all we know. So I would love to know more about him. And I want to know how the other 12 react to the fact that Kusimayu has now joined them. I mean, it's not surprising, of course. I don't think anyone's surprised, because she was so, no, I want to do it. And has she been zooming with them also until now? Has she told them that I'm gonna join? Maybe they did already know. Like Kumba, for example. Has he been like, oh yeah, well, as soon as she can, she's gonna join them, but I'm not gonna. Very, very interesting. This show is freaking awesome. I really am happy to be watching it. And I'm so happy that we have characters like this to watch and be like, try to figure out what's going on in their heads, because they're so complicated and awesome. And the actors are fantastic. Like Ray Seahorn is a freaking force of nature. She's so fucking cool and so like the way she does these different moods and moments of Carol, you know, from being like super frustrated to then like super vulnerable and emotional. And when you can see that there's so much going on there, you know, so many emotions even at the same time. The complexity of her is so good, and Ray has done such a good job this season with it. I am a fan of hers. I really like Carolina Widra as Josa. All the interviews, like all that they keep talking about, Ray especially, is just praising her for like how difficult her job is to be playing this character who can't react to anything, can't mirror anything that Carol is doing or saying, her emotions. And it's true, especially in this scene with when they're in the cabin, in her cabin, that huge mansion in the Alps or wherever they were skiing, when she's explaining. I think especially in that scene, you could see from her that she's kind of, when she's talking to Carol, she's a little bit like this, like her eyes are a little bit like not focused and like, or she's so kind of like behind a glass all the time. And I feel like then when she's not, it's so obvious that she's just pretending, because she has learned these things about Carol that if I act like this, she likes it, you know? So then I feel like every moment that I see that I'm like, oh, that was so cute. Like, for example, when they were playing the game in the beginning of last episode, the card game, and then she's explaining something and then goes like, like, you know, like that. I'm like, that felt like a real person moment. What was that? But then those feel fake, because I'm like, I think that's just her putting on a show for Carol to pretend that she's normal. Anyways, but she's so good. And then Carlos Manuel Vesga is his name, playing Manusos. So good. I'm so happy we're seeing more of him in this episode and actually having a conversation and interaction with a person who is Carol. He's really great. I really like that scene when he was talking to Rick, like whispering in his ear, because then we can see kind of like a softer version from him. Maybe he is quite a nice guy and more soft in reality when he's not in like survival mode. Maybe. But I really like seeing him on the screen. Like he's the chemistry he has with Ray, or like the Medusa's Carol banter was so fun. So fun to watch. I love them all. I love this show so much. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video and these videos this whole season. Thank you so much. I hope to see you as soon as possible again. Come hang out in the lives or whatever. We can talk about it, talk about questions or theories that we have. And yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you for all the support, and I will see you in the latest in season 2. Okay, bye guys.